I grew up as a Catholic, and I joined this a little bit conservative na Baptist type na Christian. I helped them in music, tapos tumulong ako sa Alliance, and then tumulong din ako sa mga Pentecostal. And as for 7 years, lalo elementary days ko, I was with Seventh-day Adventist. Hubog po yung pag-intindi ko sa Biblia. Hanggang ngayon, natatawa ko kasi minsan memoryado ko pa yung mga Old Testament, lahat ng books, from Genesis down to Malakay. Sobra yung pag-iintindi ko sa Christianismo. If I really practice it, napaka-Islamic nga eh. Kung susundin ko lang the way si Jesus mag-pray, that is the prayer of Islam. Ang sabi dun sa Biblia, and he went a stone's throw farther, and he fell on his face to the ground and prayed. So, ganun nagdarasal po si Jesus. And the same thing when you see the Muslims, how they pray, the same thing that how Jesus prayed way back before during his time.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.
Ang Islam sa akin, it is more than a religion. It is my way of life. It is me. Ang religion is like as going to Sunday or Saturday lang eh. Ito way of life, everything I do. Before I enter my house, I ride a vehicle, I wear new shoes, I take a bath. Before doing anything, you make mention the name of Allah or the name of God. Kasi that's how Islam teaches you. Dapat manifestation, you love your country, you love your environment, you love your family, you love your work, you love your boss. If the boss is on the righteous way, because that's how Islam teaches one. Ito was year 2000 lang, mga kaibigan ko ng may Amerikano akong kaibigan na who works in airbase. Kita ko yung life niya, adik-adik yun eh. Nung nag-Muslim siya, turn around talaga. 180 talaga siya. Ang galing ah. And he's so modest. Tapos gumanda buhay niya, hindi na siya nag-adik-adik. And then he just told me na, you know, the happiest moment in my life is when I realized there's only one God. And I think that time, yun yung time na I saw my salvation. I will ask you, you don't want to be a 99% Christian or whatever. You want to be 100%. Then follow the Bible as it is. I still believe that there are still angles and lines in the Bible which somehow tell you that there's only one God and that everything about this practice in Islam is there in the Bible. When you bury the dead, it should be in white cloth. Who's practicing that? Islam. It's there in the Bible. When you have sexual intercourse with your wife, before you pray, you cannot pray. In Islam, you cannot pray. You have to wash yourself before you pray. It's in the Bible. Not eating pork, for they are unclean to you. Nor you should touch their meat, for they are unclean to you. It's in the Bible. That's why we're not eating pork, because the Bible tells me so. So that makes me a Muslim, because I follow the Bible. And I follow it by heart. On the good sides of the Bible, I follow it by heart. I embrace Islam because I reason with God and I reason with men. And my reasoning with God is that I believe He is the only one. La ilaha illallah. It is a religion which gives me the answers to so many questions, to so many queries. I'm a man of science and I want to have explanation to everything. In Islam, I was given the explanation to everything, even to the molecular level of it. Yan ang gusto ko eh, yung bagang bigyan mo ko ng sagot sa bawat tanong. So Islam gave me. The universe started where? Sabi sa Quran, it started from a smoke, nag-explode. Ay, yun pala yung nababasa ko sa siyensya na Big Bang theory nila eh. So, I like that. Science and religion, they blend. Ano na paano ang tao nabuo sa womb ng babae? It's explained in the Quran. Bakit? Nung unang panahon, mayroon bang electron microscope si Prophet Muhammad doon sa disyerto? So, ibig sabihin, he knew that. And that's the modern science right now. How did he know that? It means to say that the God of religion, whom I believe, is the God of science also. Being a Coast Guard, dangerous job meron kami para makasagot kami ng buhay ng iba. Yan po yung calling ko. Dito ko inilagay ng God, ng Allah, para itong isang aspekto ng society, maka-address kami. Hindi naman lahat, merong gift of life-saving. So I'm so privileged, I'm so honored that God has given me this opportunity and this stage wherein I can extend my hand, my intellect, my strength in saving lives. So it's because God has put me here. Huwag lang ako makalimot to mention His name before I execute my last breath. It's just fine. I will always have my time. I might die tomorrow. Ang ni-request ko lang sa kanya, katulad ng isang Islamic general noon na galing siya na he is not a Muslim, and when he became a Muslim, he's still a warrior, protector of Islam, and he died on the bed. Si Khalid. His name is Khalid. Tatanong siya sa God na, bakit dito ako? Dapat namatay ako doon sa gera. Parang ako rin, yan ang hini-request ko. If I die, I wanna die saving lives. I live by the grace of Allah, and I will die or I die by the will of Allah.
Oh, mountains of Mecca, what